carry the purse, I carry the chopstick and carry the weight of what you expected. I torch every bridge and I burn mended fences, and I open my heart, leave my walls defenseless. First in the class, last on the market, and all the glitters will get tarnished, and God only knows where do I start it. I bury the past and dig up the failures. You rearranged the carpet, just waiting on changes. Caught in the groove and skipping on patience and shoehorning in accepted behavior. All that shivers and all that binds us, putting all my energy into selective blindness. It's a plague on us and both their houses, just a plague we spread with every kindness. And it's a lie, 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 till I decided. It's a lie, 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 lie. All the shivers and all the binds us, putting all my energy into selective blindness. And it's a plague on us in both our houses, just a plague we spread with every kindness, with every kindness. All this is behind us. I am this fella here, playing music under this name. Sometimes, mainly I play with the band Atlas Empire. We've got a new record coming out probably next year. It's in the final stages of being mixed and mastered, so we're very excited about it. It doesn't sound anything like this. It's more complicated and louder, and I get to scream sometimes, which is fun. And I get to play weird widdly guitar parts, which is also fun. So yeah, if you Google the Atlas Empire, you'll find all the previous EPs that we've put out in preparation for this one magnum opus. Getting everything ready. We're off to play some shows in Canada in November, so that'll be fun. You can find all my solo stuff if you Google that, and the Bandcamp, or the Facebook, or the Twitter, or the Instagram. Yeah. I don't think I have anything else to explain. A bird in a nightmare, you told me in cold air, decide
inside in your nightmare, insidious eyes stare, and here is your fear for future. Here comes the line, here comes the cross. I tried on the nightmare, slowed by the cold air. You warm to your sad fate. You call from the fresh grave I made, from the bones of a throwaway, and flayed like starlight, rendered, beaten, common as a murder of crows. In the street light, I pull the plug and everything so no one ever knows. The hope and the boredom of knowing, and the burden of growing up scared, afraid of the hard way, the cackle and false praise. Alone in my own clay, and he says there's another way, and fly like starlight, rendered, beaten, common as a murder of crows. In the street light, I pull the plug and everything's so no one ever knows.
Hi, welcome to Making Tea with me. Now, first thing you want to do if you make a proper cup of tea is you have to keep the tea bag somewhere safe. I choose the top pocket of my shirt, though if you don't have a pocket on your shirt, a bra or tube top will suffice. You then drop the tea bag in from roughly 4 or 5 inches above, so it makes that satisfying sound. The next thing you want to do is get your hot water. This kettle's been pre-boiled, so make sure you boil your kettle first. If you don't, you'll end up with a cold tea. Nobody likes a cold tea. Then you pour water in at a speed of about 2.5 miles per hour. Like so. Okay? You then replace the kettle on its holder for when you next want to make a cup of tea. Up next is the milk. But wait, haven't you forgotten something? No, I haven't. Leave the tea bag in while you put the milk in. The tea bag can then soak up some of the milk and your tea doesn't become too milky. Milk should be poured in at approximately 3 miles per hour. Like so. Replace the lid on the milk and return to the fridge, or else you'll have cheese, but not cheese worth eating. Take your spoon. No, you shouldn't do that next bit. Okay, skip that step and then take the tea bag out in a sweeping motion at approximately 0.9 miles per hour. Deposit the tea bag on a plate, a tray, a floor, the back of a small cat, or in your own face. I prefer a tiny cup. Next up is the sugar. If you have a sweet tooth. If you have not got a sweet tooth, skip this step. That should be enough sugar. Roughly the size of a very tiny molehill. And that should be dropped in at a rate of about 60 grains a second. Like so. Stir your tea clockwise, then anti-clockwise, at a speed of roughly a small horse's gallop. Tap the spoon twice, deposit beside your tea bag, take your tea, throw it out, because it's tea, and get a beer. You can probably skip all the steps apart from the get a beer. And that's how you make a cup of tea.
And I don't believe in magic, but you do. And you held the faith for us when mine fell right through, and wrestled from fire with hands that held so true. And I don't believe in magic, but you do. Telling secrets by the light of the hurricane lamp, of how you conquered everything that you didn't understand. And thanks to technology, we got a second chance. And I can't believe in magic, but at last was the chill that's in each word you write. I feel much warmer just to be by your side, 'cause this is what it's like when I subside each night. Out the story from another well-thumbed book of battles and dragons and things you just never understood. 'Cause I don't believe in magic, but you do. I don't believe in magic, but it always gets us through.
What was the last picture I took on my phone? It was. Oh yeah, I think I know what it was. I was in London at the weekend and went to the anniversary of the Union Chapel, and they had a big gig on, and they took everything back to where it was like 140 years ago when the Union Chapel was like built or rebuilt, whatever it was. And so there was no amps, no PA, nothing. Everybody was just performing completely acoustically. It was all candlelight, and I took a picture of what was his name? I think it's Arthur Ferris. I think his name is. I forget. From Penguin Cafe, was doing the thing. It was just piano, double bass, and percussion, and that was the last thing I took a picture of. the first celebrity that I remember fancying, or the first celebrity that I'm going to admit to remembering fancying. Uh, I will give both answers because I don't want to be dishonest, but I also don't want to be obvious. The first celebrity I remember fancying was Pamela Anderson because it was the 90s and I was a 13-year-old boy and we all fancied Pamela Anderson. But the cool answer would be Darcy from the Smashing Pumpkins. I remember seeing her playing bass and I was like, oh my God. And then the video for 33 where she was dressed up as like the blue gingham dress, like Alice in Wonderland, and I was just like, marry me. But she didn't. Which is better, cats or dogs? Ferrets? What is my most embarrassing memory? Oh, yes, I do know what this is. Maybe 6 years ago, the band I used to be in, myself and the singer, were at some event with free wine and we got very drunk. And then we went out and there was an open mic night on that a friend of mine was running and I got up to play and I played the song in the key so wrong that I kept going low and then going high and then going low and then going high, and I realised about a verse into the song that I was in a wildly wrong key, but I didn't stop and I just kept playing. And that's only my most embarrassing memory because I remember it. What should be my most embarrassing memory was playing a festival up in Shetland, and then after the after party got so drunk that I fell into a fire pit and burnt my back. But I have no memory of this whatsoever. But I did have some nice scars for about a week, 2, 3. What was my perfect dinner? One I don't have to cook, with lots of meat and minimal vegetables and a really nice sauce, peppercorn sauce, steak and peppercorn sauce. Okay, so from past and present, my top 5 dinner party guests would be... Oh, that's a tough one. I should have watched this beforehand to get some answers for these questions instead of sitting here like a blithering idiot. If we can make them all speak English so that I can actually converse with them, the French Revolutionary Robespierre, because he was bonkers. He would have been a lot of fun. Oh God, what was his name? I've just been listening to a podcast about this. Simon Bolivar, the South American revolutionary, also bonkers. I think that they might kill each other, and that might make for an entertaining party. David Bazan, American songwriter, because he's my favourite songwriter of all time, and I just think he would be really chill and good to hang out with while the revolutionaries are killing each other. This is a really hard question. I am going to omit people that I know just because I don't want any of them to feel left out. So they're all going to get left out. Sorry, honey. Emperor Hadrian. Really want to know how he got so much built in such a short space of time. And I really want to know if he genuinely didn't like Rome or if he was just afraid to go to Rome. What's that? 4. Last one. Let's take it out of the past. H. John Benjamin. Because he's fucking hilarious. That's all guys. That's not a really good party. Fuck it. 3 songs for a desert island. Okay, so 3 songs that I would never get tired of hearing. I'm going to try and not go by what I'm listening to at the moment. Just stuff that I listen to a lot. There'd have to be a David Bazan song in there somewhere. I'd go with the David Bazan song Oblivion. An album would have been easier than 3 songs. Low Murderer. And just so I can get some bang for my buck, Sleep by Godspeed You Black Emperor. What is my favourite film? Oh God, that's an unfair question, because I'm a huge movie nerd, and I love all the kind of classic movies. The ones that you're supposed to watch and everyone thinks are great, but you can only really watch once. Apart from Deer Hunter, I don't like that. But if this was like a desert island film, a film that I could watch over and over and over again, I cannot pick one. It has to be a toss-up between 2. And this is where I lose most of my cool points. So one of them would be Disney's Enchanted, which is just delightful. And the other one would be Stardust, which is also just delightful. Like, I could watch those films any time of day, and they just make me feel really good. I mean, serious films are all well and good, and they make you think and all that, but what's that compared to just feeling good? If I found a magic lamp, my 3 wishes would be... the first one would be supremely obvious. I would wish for an unlimited amount of money, because that allows me to bypass most of what people would wish for. Like a genuinely unlimited amount, not like £1 billion, because I could probably go through £1 billion a lot quicker than I think. So an unlimited amount of money. Second one would probably be a long and healthy life, but not too long. And the third one would be for my son's eternal happiness. Other than musician, my dream job would something involving history, which I never studied, but I've grown increasingly intrigued by and obsessed with. I don't know. It's like a historical broadcaster, not like hardcore into having to delve right into history, because I don't feel like I'd be very good at that. But a job where I got to talk about history and find out about history. I'd like to be the male Yanina Ramirez. That's what I would like to be.
Somebody's silence will break, but mine remains a secret the drunk keeps when he's forgotten his own name. And bodies that fell in the snow wonder the same thing. What's the point of you? What's the point of me? Why did I ever leave? Why would you let me? A curse is harder to break once the truth is real. If it's such a tender link, I liked it to feed my fear further, forever falling free into the bloodstream. It's a part of you, it's a part of me. Don't think I'll ever leave. Why won't you let me? 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 Gonna tear me limb from phantom land. The gravity's done its worst. You see, the heart was only good for blood. And some days that's enough. They break out your every command, then you disappear, holding my heart in your left hand, till it drips so clear. The bodies that fell at your feet, broken, hear them cheer. What's the point of you? What's the point of me? Why did I ever leave? Why did you let me? What's the point of you? What's the point of me? Why did I ever leave? Why did you let me? What's the point of you? What's the point of me? Why did I ever leave? Why did you let me?